This is a 1997 Renault Megane Classic and is one of the best cars that Renault produced back in the day. But before we get to the quirks and features, let's get some brief history about this car. The Megane started production in 1995 and was the successor of the Renault 19. This is that first generation car and also used a modified chassis and a modified drafting of the same car. Also, this generation earned 4 out of 5 stars on the crash test. Yeah, which meant that this was the safest car Renault offered back in the day. Now, on to the quirks and features. And let's start with the quirk. Ah yes, the almighty classic logo. It makes you feel like you're in an X Class, or even a Rolls Royce. And it makes you forget that you're in a Renault Megane. And in my opinion, look at just that body line. Oh, it's to die for, literally to freaking die for. I mean, it's not the most pretty car, don't get me wrong. It's not. It's pretty, but it's not the prettiest. It's not close to a BMW or something. But I mean, just look at it. Like all the corners, all of them. Like, and even that line that sweeps across the bodywork. It's just amazing. And as we are at the front, just take a look at that beak. It resembles a bird beak, and it's an homage to the 1960s Renault 16. I mean, it's just perfect, and it really gives that angry look. And plus, I think it is aerodynamic like that, but I don't think the engine gets enough cooling. But it's enough for this car, it's enough. And once we are at the engine, let's take a look at it. And there it is, the glorious 1.6 liter 8 valves engine. Just just about to fall. And there's the engine that always breaks in Formula 1. Like I said, this is a 1.6 liter 8 valves engine that produces around 90 horsepower or so, and it it really isn't enough for this car. It weighs around 1100 kilos, and it really isn't enough. The power sits at the top range. By the top range, I obviously mean at the high RPMs. But I mean, there are a lot of engine variants for this car. I think there were 8 in total, starting with a 1.4 liter. Imagine how would that feel in this car. All the way to 2 liter 16 valves engine. Yeah, it has also the versions of direct injection fuel in the later versions. First, it's still the first generation, but later versions of the first generation. And obviously, the best engine was the 2 liter 16 valve engine, which produced around 150 horsepower, guys. 150. That's a lot. That's a lot. Even for a sedan, that's a lot. And this is not a sports car. Nowhere near a sports car. This is more of a family luxurious car. But I mean, still, like, and as we talk about the luxury of this car, let's take a peek in the inside and see what's all about there. And now, let's take a look at the interior. The seats, although comfy, they hold you tight pretty well. They are not bucket seats, not even near bucket seats, but still, you can take corners with this car, and I mean, you can't take corners with this car because the body roll is out of this world, but the seats will hold you in still, so that's a plus. 5-speed manual, obviously. We got some pretty decent text in this car. For example, we got digital clock. We got sensors for seat belts and sensor of the doors, and also we have airbags. Not one, 2 airbags. We have for the passenger seat and for the driver's seat, obviously. We also have AC. And if you're saying, well, Nicola, why are you telling these are basic features on every today modern car? Yes, but I did a review on an Alpha 145. It didn't have any of these features. So there you have it. What else? It has dome lights. Oh, and it has a sensor, locking sensor, which means that, let me show you. Here, I got this key, and you can see here, there's a button. And that button obviously locks and unlocks the car, but there's also a sensor in here, which means that if you have the car unlocked for a longer time, and if you try to start it, it won't work. It won't work. Because there's a sensor, I think, on the starter, which doesn't engage, and you have to lock and unlock the car again, so it will start. As you could have seen from all the shots, it's a sedan, so let's take a seat in the back seats. And here, the back seats. They're also pretty comfortable, and this car is the perfect car for longer road trips, or for example, going on a summer break or somewhere around the states. It's the perfect car for that. And you can see you have an armrest, obviously. And just look at the legroom, guys. Just look at it. It's astonishing. It really is astonishing. Also, we have a place to put our hands over here, and we also have storage, but it's just on that side. It's not on this side. It's not symmetrical, but what can you do? And the back headrest, guys. It really feels like you're in a Rolls Royce, for me at least. I mean, I haven't seen any better car than this, but it feels like a Rolls Royce, guys. Like, oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. For the price, it's perfect. It really is. And obviously, we got this as a family car, and we drive it not a lot, actually, not a lot. But when we go on a vacation, we drive it around 500 kilometers or somewhere around that, and it really is good for that kind of stuff. I mean, and it has also good speakers which have nice bass, but I can't show you because copyright sucks. And also, it has rear shade. Yeah, let me show you. And also has rear dome lights for, obviously, you. Yeah, they really made you feel like you're sitting in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, for that matter. But it really is good. And also, this car has 6 speakers. Yeah, 6. There are 4 at the front, 2 at the B pillars, and also there are 2 in the back, right over here. And they really, like I said, they really have good bass in it. But unfortunately, I can't show you. Well, that's everything for today's review. This obviously is way better car than this one, but I mean, they're two very different animals. For example, this is a luxury family car that is meant to take you on the trips like miles and miles away. And this is more of a sports car for teenagers. So, but you can't compare apples to bananas over here. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!